morning, our beloved viewers. You're watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. The General Foundation preside visit in the White City of Tijura, leading the high-level delegation. And on the international scene, Gaza Strip is in extreme shortage to food and water, according to UN. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. In an initiative aimed at improving living and working conditions for military personnel and enhancing security in the border areas, especially in the south of the country, the Chief of General Staff of the Djiboutian Army Forces, Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, yesterday when the first it's Saturday, the 13 on April with the today Saturday the 13th April with a surprise visit to the Advanced Military Center located below the responsibility of the Army Forces Battalion in the Dakhel region. Within the framework of this inspection visit, the Chief of General Staff of the Army Forces was closely briefed on the infrastructure and equipment used, in addition to checking on current security system following this meeting with soldiers stationed in the area where he was raised, improving their morals and urging them to increase the commitment and dedication to performing the duties assigned to them. The Chief of General Staff of the Army Forces was able to evaluate the performance of the units and soldiers and ensure the readiness for various tasks and extended the security standards and measures. These tours came as a part of a serious visit carried out by the Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, which covers various areas, the island region, to ensure the permanent readiness of Djiboutian Army Forces to operate. The Army Chief of Staff for this readiness of forces and their morals, stressing importance maintaining the necessary to ensure the security and protect the areas, in addition to the soldiers with the tactical and technical aim at enhancing the efficiency of the earth. In his speech, in a brief speech, the Chief of Staff of the Army Forces affirmed his support for the state's policy and for maintaining peace and stability both inside the country and abroad. Regardless of the number of forces and the resource available, expressing his sincere appreciation for the effort in the army forces and soldiers stationed in forward position. The Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim expressed his admirations for the technology demonstrated by the soldiers in the task they carry out, encouraging them. They should be proud of their works, he said, just as they are proud of their achievement, noting that their families and the nation should feel very proud of the effort made by the soldiers. It should be noted, he said, that this type of inspection tours represent an effective tools to ensure and combat the readiness and achieve the goals of military with the utmost efficiency and effectiveness, he said.
dalka waraabaa ka dhaba garabkiina allaha galo dowladda allah inoo adkeeyo dowladda allah inoo adkeeyo dowladda allah inoo adkeeyo gabadha meelana maadada dambigeena allah hadha dambiga waadiinta iyo walaalihiin dab xaqii miisaan wala bariya mudee xaq hooyo xaq ba allah hadha keenana allah hadha sallallahu ala sayyidina muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam al-fatih.
A delegation from Chinese Medical Corporation, led by the president of the corporation and the Chinese ambassador, went to Djibouti, yesterday in Tajura city, to the capital of the White City, the north. Upon its arrival in the city, the Chinese delegation received a warm reception and a standing ovation from the Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the health and governors of the region. Following the receptions, the two sides held a meeting in the meeting room of Gadile Hotel, which discussed the fruitful cooperation existing between the two countries and the two friendly countries. During the meeting, Dr. Ibrahim Mohammed Dimbio, the chief physician of Tajura, gave an overview of the health situation in Tajura region. The chairman of Chinese Medical Foundation expressed the desire of the foundation is a specialized medical team to organize medical consultations and surgical campaign, primarily target residents of Tajura who suffer from visual blindness. About the cataract, this meeting provided an opportunity for the two parties to discuss future projects between the two friendly countries due to the increasing cases of this kind of disease, as well as the fever. And head of the Chinese Medical Foundation promised to provide support to combat this epidemic. It should be noted that the Republic of Djibouti is the first country in the African continent to benefit from this project, which will support with the strength of effort and the government led by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, to reduce the eye disease and the problems related, especially with regard to the white city of Tajura. The Chinese ambassador to Djibouti, Mr. Hu Bing, gave a brief speech in which he indicated that the two countries have friendly relations excellent. It is clear that the project to build Tajura Hospital falls within the framework and distinguished relation cooperation that exists between Djibouti and China. He said that we are dealing with the authorities of Tajura region in addition to the Ministry of Health to enhance cooperation and relation between both sides, in addition to improving the health system in Tajura region. In turn, the prefect of Tajura region, Mr. Mohammed Hamid Abbas, welcomed the Chinese delegations in the city of Tajura in his speech, praising its at the same time there is cooperation and distinguished relation between Djibouti and China. Mr. Mohammed Hamid Abbas expressed his satisfaction with the vital project implemented by China in Tajura region, especially the project to build and equip Tajura Hospital in accordance with the visions of the head of state, His Excellency Ismail Margili, aim at developing the region of Tajura. He also explained that this project aimed to enhance the improved living condition of people of Tajura region. Following the meeting, the Chinese delegation, accompanied by the region's authorities, visit the construction site of Tajura Region Hospital to closely monitor the smooth progress of construction works. This visit demonstrates the continuous commitment of both sides to strengthen the cooperation relation and improving the health service in the region. It should be noted that Djibouti is particularly pleased today with the success of a memorandum of understanding signed a few years ago. The Ministry of Health and the foundations, as part of the international cooperation called the Belt and Road Initiative, with the aim to integrate the participation of friendly countries in Africa and creating more communication between people of Djibouti. And it's also proud of its step as it is the beneficiaries of the first project aimed at eliminating the blindness caused by cataract in Africa. For the second day in the row, the musical cultural evening continues in the corridors of Saline West, where the artistic and musical groups perform popular songs and dances on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. The Republic of Djibouti has made the site of the archaeological in the south as well as in the north of our country after multiple uh, exchange in the site carried out by the French and Spanish archaeological missions recently. An archaeological mission led by Dr. Christians and Wilbur Smith, accompanied by the IRA officials and collaborators, and for the archaeological site is in Tajura region. The discoveries of the mission, which began its operation on 21st of last month of March, promising the results as it was discovered the furnitures and the historical on the coast of Tajura region. The German mission focused on the incense caravan routes intended for the historical Egypt as well as the Romans. These sites carried out by the German archaeological team are located near Ripta as well as in the Sagalu sectors on Tajura Road of Djibouti since the discovery of a partnership with the different archaeological missions such as the French, Spanish and now German, the archaeological mission which aim as initiative from this site the researches is very promising for understanding the historical and developing knowledge of archaeological site in Egypt in our country to understand the ancient modern history of our country. The German mission is archaeological caravan has been a great success and likely to provide new information about the history and archaeological knowledge of our country. In the context of combating the smuggling of goods with this effect of the national economic, the national police station near Shebele in close collaboration with the customs seized a significant quantity of smuggled cat which was on its way to the city's markets Djibouti illegally. The value of this quantity of cat is estimated at more than 1 million Djiboutian franc, and it was controlled before it was introduced to the markets illegally in accordance with the usual procedures applicable in such cases for demand quantity was destroyed immediately in the presence of superior customer detachment of the region who praised the outstanding cooperation existing between the national police which led to preventing the achievement of catch from reaching to the capital. And now for the international scenes, the United Nations humanitarian coordinators for the occupied Palestinian territory confirmed today that despite the commitment, the recent announcement by the Israeli entity to enhance relief operation in Gaza, especially in its north, but the condition of a resident, the sector remains very difficult with no real substantial improvement in delivery of life-saving or humanitarian aid, vital healthcare support in recent week. In a statement, the UN officials describe the addictions of northern Gaza Strip in particular as dangerous, pointing out the missions those scheduled to deliver aid in the region today. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.